Hi everyone, Dr. Nemechek here. I want to touch on some of the abnormality that's noted in the autonomic nervous system in children with autism. So, what is the autonomic nervous system? It is a part of the brain that regulates how everything runs. It controls your hormones, your immune system, your metabolism, your emotions. This graphic here shows how it's interacting with all the organs. Your heart controls your blood pressure, okay? And we have a balance. There are two branches, sympathetic, parasympathetic, and these things generally are balanced to each other, and it's fairly mechanical in a lot of ways. Like if you look sympathetic here, dilates your pupils if it's dark out, and the parasympathetics constrict your pupils when it's sunny, okay? Now, this isn't working that well in kids with autism. And basically what you have is low parasympathetic function, okay? And here I'll have the links to these papers, but this is paper that goes in detail about the autonomic dysfunction that you see when the kids are just at rest, okay? They aren't being stressed, because how is the brain physiology kind of idling is a way to think of that, okay? So it's not working compared to neurotypical children or adults, just when there's not much going on. Now, when there's some stress, okay, and it triggers the sympathetic system, which you would with if you have, say, like pain, okay, will trigger your sympathetic system. It's unusual in these kids, and you have much, much more. And now this study was just measuring kind of anxiety, much higher levels of anxiety for a certain stress compared to neurotypical children, okay? So they're overreacting in a way. This is not voluntary. They cannot control this, okay? This is physiological. They cannot control this. And then further studies are showing that when they are overreacting, what happens is they release. So if I feel pain, I might release a little bit of stress hormones, norepinephrine and epinephrine. If these kids feel pain or even discomfort, they release a lot. They have much higher levels of epinephrine and norepinephrine coming out of their system. These are your fight or flight hormones. They make you nervous. They make you want to run away. They make you fearful of they're supposed to protect you in the jungle when there's tigers around. So every little stick that breaks in the jungle, you're like, tiger, tiger, tiger. But these are just children in the living room, or they're in the market, or they're in the classroom, or they're in the dental chair, okay? They cannot control this. Now, fortunately, when you put them on the protocol, you lower inflammation with fish oil, olive oil, and you balance the gut with like inulin or rifaximin, and now all the kids need to be treated occasionally with glutamine in case they've had COVID. When you do that to lower inflammation, all this can recover. That's the good news. It's fully reversible. We discovered that these abnormalities in adults with like post-concussion syndrome, we first discovered we were able to reverse that in adults about 20 years ago by developing techniques to lower inflammation. And fortunately, the same thing occurs given time in kids with autism. All right, so that's all for today, everybody. Remember, these kids can't control it, and they're fearful, they're panicky, and it may be so bad they may even think they're about to die. And so it's pretty rough, but you can get through it, and you can get them to recover. That's all for now. Everybody, have a great day.